Everybody, I'm in my garden here. I actually took off for a bit this week and spent some time at the Cape. So I left Friday and this is Thursday evening, and this is what I've come back to, and it's all good stuff. Okay, so just to let you know, it's the getting towards the end of August, and you should not be running out of food. Your plants should still be producing. If you've got enough sun and you've got enough nutrition and you plant a varied enough crop, your plant should still be producing. So let me just show you some of mine so that you can understand what I'm talking about. So here are my, if you can see them, there's a whole ton of them. You see the beans here, right? Beans. We have beans here too. You see them in here? Everywhere you look. So I got some red ones over here. These red beans, they're actually black beans on the inside. I may let them dry, but I have a ton of beans. I have a ton of beans still on there. Beans, the way you get them to grow long into the season is you keep picking them. The longer you pick them, they just keep growing back. It's like that old story in the Bible about the fishes and loaves. Just keep picking them. So another thing is, let me just show you what I have down here. Okay, so this is a milk crate, and as you can see in this milk crate, I have a ton of tomatoes, all different kinds. These are the seeds I smuggled out of Italy. Aren't they beautiful? Anyway, I have a ton of summer squash still, and I have some zucchini still as well. I have these beautiful, I believe these are called big rainbow. Aren't they pretty? They're actually striped. I have another zucchini here. I gave one away to this nice guy. And also I still have plenty of cucumbers growing. And I also have some beautiful colored potatoes. So, colored potato. Oh, those are the regular potatoes. But I do have some purple ones, red ones, all kinds. Here's one that has a marbled, bear with me here. I'm gonna get it. This one has a marbled red and white, pink and white skin to it. So potatoes, what I do with my squashes, just to let you know, is you have to pull your summer squash and your zucchini before they get overgrown. Sometimes they hide on us and we have a heck of a time, right? But that's okay, so we try. Your winter squash, however, let me just show you some winter squash that I haven't picked. And I haven't picked it for a reason. Here's the vine. Here is my winter squash. This is a standard old, regular old butternut. You see it? You see that green streak? That green streak means it's still a little unripe. Can you eat it? Yeah, you can certainly eat that butternut squash. But why wouldn't you want to eat it? Because the vine is still alive and it's not quite ripe, so you might as well give it that extra time on the vine and maybe it'll grow a little bigger. So that's one of the things you don't grow. Same thing now with my potatoes. I've grown a whole 20-foot row of potatoes, and it used to be down here all different kinds of potatoes, all different kinds, and when the vines die off, typically I dig up the potatoes, because when the vines are still on the potatoes, they may still be growing. I don't want to disrupt anything that's growing. Same thing over here. I have these cabbage. I'm going to make my favorite egg rolls out of them. Okay, and I can pick them, but they don't have all that great a shelf life. So why don't I just leave them in the garden? They're not doing any harm. The pests don't seem to like them, so I'm going to leave them there. I also want to talk to you about another situation a lot of people have. This is my kale. You see this kale here? The kale leaves are grown back nice. But that kale, believe it or not, that kale was infested because cabbage moth and all kinds of stuff love all your brassicas. Your kale, your cauliflower, your broccoli, your cabbage, all kinds of stuff, unless you spray it. Well, I was diligent about spraying and protecting my cabbage, but I kind of slacked off a little on the kale. And they got it. So what I did was I cut all those moth-eaten wholly leaves off, and I burned them. I don't want anything to do with those nasty old leaves. And kale is a really hardy biennial, and actually all the leaves immediately started growing back. You see them? They started growing right back, and the new ones are in really good shape. So that's a secret about elongating your kale season. Don't give up. Don't cut the whole plant off. Just remove all those leaves and cut back, and it'll come back. We also have, let me show you, since we're on a roll here. I will take you through, and over here, I will show you, I do have some of these lovely pepper plants growing. These are actually sweet pepper plants, and they got some growing over here as well. And over here we have some I have some eggplant. I know it's hiding. Oh, here it is. Here's one that hides. You see this one? It's not a really big one. It's not supposed to be a really big one. Okay, and then I just want to tell you about another kind. This is an Ichabod eggplant, Japanese eggplant. And the reason why I grow these long, thin ones is because the minute you grow them, several others start growing. So if you have a small family, you just want to take some and grill it, or put it on a kebab, or you can even slice them, and put them, make eggplant parm with them if you like. So, but they come up, they're quite prolific, they grow easily, and sometimes the bigger ones don't grow so well. You pluck them and then they don't grow back. So it's another way to keep your crop going. If you have any questions, make sure to like us on Facebook or send an email, bvveggegardens@gmail.com. Thank you.